Hello everyone, hi, Geeky Labisa here, and we're gonna get some more MSQ going. So, I kinda had a bad night last night. I totally tried to to sleep decently, but my darn cats, they were complaining about not having water, even though they have a fountain right inside their room. I'm like, the water's right there. It's literally trickling right there. So I ended up having to get up several times, figuring out, okay, fine, I'll go get the water dish, maybe that'll make them happy. And then they finally let me sleep, but that was like 6 o'clock in the morning. So, anyways, I'm a little sleepy, but yeah, let's go ahead and we'll do as much as we can today on the main story quest. I have to help set up some Christmas tree lights tomorrow for someone. So, I don't know when I'll be back tomorrow, but yeah, no, hopefully we can make some good progress today, and it won't be too late by the time I can get back to doing some more of that stuff tomorrow. Also, I had a big meal. I'm probably partially sleepy, partially digesting. I'm doing that one thing where, you eat the one good meal a day kind of deal. Kind of like fasting, almost. Sort of. Also saves me money. Not buying like 2 meals a day for right now. Oh, and I suppose I should probably make sure my job people know that, hello, I'm ready for you. Put me in coach, I'm ready to go. Alright, we just found out from the word of the mother that, she's kind of a mixture of the will of the crystal and Minfilia sort of merged into one. I don't know if you would call Minfilia an Ascian, like a Hydaelyn Ascian at this point, but, she's kind of got a little bit of her memories from her past life, but she's no longer the same person. She's, basically become Crystal Jesus. So, let's go ahead and continue here. She's not coming back, is she? No, she is not coming back. She did what she thought was best. Yeah, well, she could have thought twice before sacrificing her body and soul to a primal. I don't care if it's the mother crystal, it's a primal. I know that, I do. To give all her beliefs as ever, to give all for her beliefs as it was ever her way. So will we, as we must. What greater calling could there be than to stand against the dark as defenders of the light? And yet, where does it end? The sacrifice, the loss. Oh, you're going to continue to face plenty of loss in the future here, Alphino. You better buck up. I must ask you not to breathe a word of this to any of the others at the Rising Stones, especially Flemon. I will brief Tataru on what we've learned, as well as Ryanje. He may have insight into what the word told us. As for you, Flipupu, after all you've done, I would say you've earned a rest. No, I have not earned a rest. Let's go and kill Nidhogg. But speaking of well-earned rewards, I received a missive from Sir Emmerich while you were away, who seemed he's planning a ceremony of some sort, and would like you to attend. He would not divulge the details, preferring instead to explain in person. Mayhap you should pay him a visit? So we can't really date the characters in this game, but we're gonna have dinner with Sir Emmerich, so get ready for that. Hopefully all you Sir Emmerich fans were excited for this when this happened. He even asked us to get dressed for the occasion. But we're already dressed for the occasion. We're always dressed for the occasion. I suppose I could use that teleport, but whatever. But yeah, hey, Spidey, hey, Troll, how you doing? Hopefully you're, having a good day. Thank you for letting me borrow your internet, so that way, even if you're, I can't imagine you're watching me 100% of the time, but yeah, if you're popping in now and then, I appreciate it, and thank you for making it look like people are watching.
A pleasure to see you again, my friend. I take it you received our invitation.
Kinda.
Good, good. You of all people should be present.
What is this invitation to? We're gonna have a noble soiree.
When the true brothers of the faith seized control of the vault, I feared the worst. Yet in adversity were we blessed with the promise of peace between man and dragon through Vidofnir's timely rescue of an innocent child. Timely, I say, though miraculous or providential might better describe the event. The gods themselves could not have devised a more fitting symbol of hope. Needless to say, we could scarce let such an opportunity pass us by. Which is why I set about making formal arrangements for a peace conference between our peoples.
So we're gonna schmooze the high houses, huh?
You and yours have done more to bring us together than any, and it is only right that you attend.
I feel you. I only woke up 5 hours ago, so it's just like, oh, great, well, half my day's gone already.
But I confess that is not the only reason I would be glad to have you there. Given Nidhogg's implacable opposition to the peace, it is possible that he and his followers may attempt to disrupt proceedings, in which event your presence would be a comfort to all in attendance. Pray understand, I have no wish to invite the worm's ire. But if our fractured nation is to heal, if we are to move forward as a people united, then we must do whatever is necessary to bring about lasting change.
Understood. You've been working too hard, man. Go get some rest.
'Tis nothing. 'Tis nothing. Lucia cautioned me against giving vent to my passions, lest my wounds reopen.
Don't do that. There's
It
no
has
way.
not been easy reaching out to our opponents in Ishgard, many of whom sympathized with the actions of the true brothers. But in so doing, we have limited the influence of the zealots. The people are ready, my friend. This conference must go ahead.
Okay.
I knew you would understand. The conference will take place on the border of Ishgardian and Dravanian territory in Falcon's Nest. Lucia is there, seeing to the final preparations even as we speak. Pray join her at your earliest convenience. 'Twould not do for the guest of honor to arrive late, after all.
What about fashionably late? I can show up a little late.
And one more thing.
Okay.
A drink! We should make time for one. Once the conference is concluded, I mean. By my reckoning, 'tis long overdue.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Oh, come on, myself. Just relax a little. Lucian Falcon's nest. Where is she? Where is Falcon? Oh, it's over here. No, I don't need to do that. I just need to go to a teleport. Save myself some of that gil. Some of that precious gil that I can't keep wasting on clothes and stuff. This one. No, it's up here. Okay, we need to go this way, and then we go this way. Yeah, I mean, I think I have enough rest, but I am exhausted right now. Oh, Lucia. the commander said you would come, Boo-Boo. Boo-Boo? I wonder if I should name my character Boo-Boo. As you can see, preparations for the conference are proceeding apace. Mark well the curtain above. Yeah, can we go inside? The weather's kind of shy up right now. I'm sort of freezing my thighs off as we speak. My cheeks are turning blue. Ceramic wanted a symbol which to endure long after this conference is concluded. I think he will be pretty pleased with the result. It was not my war, but I made it mine. And to see it draw closer to a resolution fills me with a strange hope. His faith is infectious, is it not? His certainty that we can be better than we are. Forgive me, I'm rambling. No, you're not. Never stop rambling. As long as it gets me closer to the next expansion. You must be tired from your journey. Go rest. I will not keep you. Okay, wait a second. I'm not done talking to you, apparently? Okay. Staunch conviction. If you would rather not take rest, I would take rest. I would totally take rest. Give me rest. Then why not walk around Falcon's Nest and make your presence known to the people and so forth? In addition to those who have come far and wide to attend this ceremony, you may meet Lords Artorio and Emmeline, who have graciously volunteered their services. They should be glad to see you. Now, if you may excuse me, I must needs return to my duties. Hey, Redwold. You know that whole Dragon War thing? Yeah, that was something, wasn't it? I'm glad to see that the rumors were true. Well met, Mistress Puckham. And fear not, I have no intentions of begging your aid with this or that. Everything appears to be in order. Well, good. I'm glad you're running a tight ship here. My only lingering concern is that one of the convictors might not have been informed of our plans. As I recall, Valfnir may pass directly over the encampment. The last thing we need is a glory-seeking nobleman attempting to slay a Dravanian ambassador to a peace conference. Yeah, you should probably get on top of saying, hey, we're in a parlay, or we're in a state of, we're trying to make things work out. Do you know when everything's set to begin? I wasn't sure how many might come, so I thought it best come early and find a spot with a great view. When I heard Ceramic was planning to make a speech, I knew that I couldn't miss it. I mean, the man risks his own neck to rescue those hostages. How often do we get heroes with that, like that in this day and age? And he is more than a fighter too. He's a thinker, he is. He's got plans to better our lives, to change things. And he'll do it by the Fury. Me and my friends and family, we all believe he can do it. Make Ishtar great again. Bloody exciting, isn't it? Not just peace with the dragons, but all of them heretics besides. Don't misunderstand, we've all got a healthy fear of being bathed in dragon fire. That being said, the heretics did far more to hinder our efforts here in the past, so hearing that we're making that we're close to reconciliation comes as a great relief. Yeah. Victoria, what you doing, man? Emily, let me see what he has to say here, though. He's probably sulking again. Still here, old girl. This really isn't the time. Oh, wow, what is going on here? I'll do my utmost to keep him out of trouble, but I might require your assistance later. Yeah, no, keep him in check. Everyone's got such nice sweaters. How much has changed since we fought alongside each other in the vault? If you had told me that then that I would be hosting a peace conference, I would have thought you a naive fool. And here we are preparing to make that fantasy a reality. Ha! Here I am laboring to make it so. I'm sure your brother would too if he was here. Lord Artariel, if I may. Certainly, First Commander. How may I be of service? Some of the convictors are refusing to stand down. The majority were willing to do so, but a small party have instead pledged to engage any Dravanians bound for Falcon's Nest. Fury take me, they would defy Zeramek's commands if they dare attack Vidofnir. It will not come to that. See to it that it does not, but to see that it does not, we must needs hasten to their encampment. They should be far more reluctant to oppose us were the Lord of House Fortuna present. I understand completely. Let us depart at once. But ere we do, I must ask, would you look for Emmeline while I'm away? Look after Emmeline while I'm away. As you know, he's been an impulsive, changeable child, but recently he seems to have been suffering from a bout of melancholy. I thought to lift his spirits by having him assist with guard duty. A simple but honorable charge, unlikely to expose him to danger given the presence of so many other knights. Alas, he has taken no interest, and I fear he may abandon his post in my absence. All I ask is that you keep an eye on him until I return, exhausting though that may be. Did he just slowly turn his head over and overhear us? Thank you, my friend. I promise we'll not be long. Still digesting. Still full. Emmeline is less than his usual effervescent self. I would prefer him not to be effervescent. I'm rather busy at the moment, old girl, guarding this tavern, as it were. Oh, I see now. Arturiel thought I might derelict my duties, eh? The nerve of my brother to question my dedication. But since you're here, mayhap I can put you to proper use. The wasteland beyond the walls must be kept safe for travelers, yet I have been forbidden from leaving Falcon's Nest. It wouldn't do for our esteemed guests to be devoured by wolves, no. Yet that's precisely what will happen if we do not clothe the roaming paths. Your map, if I may, right there. Those are the points our scouts marked for patrol. I'll leave it to you, old girl. Come, Ottawa, I must return to my rounds. He seems too dedicated to his duty. Oh dear, do be careful, my lady. I feel like he's sort of getting us to go away so he can go and do other things. He's totally not going to stay by his post. He's not going to be at that tavern when they come back. Alright, wolves. You're asking for a bruising. I'm pushing the button, and for some reason my buttons aren't working. Oh no! I know what's going on here. For some reason my IQ decided to turn off. No, I know what happened. Go to default. I need to delete all these other little profiles that suddenly decided to give me for no reason. Alright, are you guys quite done? Sit down, boy. I like how I'm just so powerful, I can just be like, oh, I'm inconvenienced, I can't use my buttons at the moment. You guys go ahead and chomp at my ankles. I'll get to you when I get to you. Ghost Wolf. Oh, there you are. Hi, Ghost Wolf. Hi, Ghost Wolf. Oh, you dead. Terrible imposition though it was, I am relieved that my lord did not think to tend to the wolves by himself. Papu, Wolf's Bane, it pleases me to inform you that I have completed my rounds and that is all's well in Falcon's Nest. Oh, and there was a grizzled fellow looking for you. You know, the one who made that arsonist confess. Clever that. Ah, Thancred's here. Grizzled? I don't know why they call him Grizzled. Thancred, was it? He was asking after you. Anyway, once I noticed the garnished weapons he was sporting, I determined it was a waste to leave him be. I dispatched him to an area I neglected to mark on your map. Yes, that one. If you hurry, he might still be there. You told him to go way out in the hills. He's not even dressed for this weather. I'm not really dressed for this weather. Back and forth. Why are you making me waste all this time, Emmanuel? Or Emmeline? Emmeline? Ba-ba-ba-ba. Beep-ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Beep-beep-ba-ba. I see the wolves are already been dispatched. Good job. Full heretic. What do you got here? Say your weapons. We come in peace. Lady Arsvert told us to tales of Vidofnir. If she would trust Sir Emmerich, then we too would hear what he has to say. But the wolves caught us unawares, and were it not for this man, we would have surely died. Wow, you guys are real competent. Fancy meeting you here, Popopo. 'Twas fortunate I came when I did. Those two would have not fared well against the wolves on their own. The young lord wasted no time in taking advantage of you, did he? And me, I suppose. Let's return to Falcon's Nest then, and see what other thrilling tasks he may have for us. Can we get the heretics, some CLR for their armor? It definitely looks like they needed their armor cleaned. Why am I doing this? I'm just gonna teleport. I know it costs money, but it's quicker. Quicker than flying over there. It's always the young one, every time, without fail. How wonderful you found Master Thancred. As ever, I could not help but fear for the worst. He cared too much on alarm. And there you are, a pair of gallant heroes if I ever saw them. Comrades in arms, reunited at last. By a selfless sacrifice, you have guaranteed the safety of our many guests. On behalf of Ishgard, I thank you both. And with that, there's not left to do but to enjoy our well-earned respite. I love these filler quests, where it's just like, kind of a lull in the exciting tale. Except it is building up to something interesting here. Oh, and this should, of course, go without saying. But let's keep those last few favorites between us, yes? Artoriel wouldn't understand. Right then. The first floor of those barracks has been converted into a tavern for the duration of the conference. Why don't you go and have something to eat? For one suggestion with which I agree. Go on, Poopoo, I will join you unknown. Why aren't you joining me now? Why are you having to do unknown?
Welcome. Find yourself an empty seat and I'll be with you in a moment. Cold out, isn't it? Here, a mug on the house. Let's get some colour back in them cheeks. Freed food will be a bit longer than usual. We've got a lot of hungry folk to feed, what with the conference and all. Oh, so many people with cause to celebrate. To think there could be peace in our time, after all them years of fighting. When I heard about the conference, I knew I had to come. I knew I had to be here, to do my bit. My husband, he died fighting the dragons, you see. And here we are, about to break bread with him.
Oh no. Alright, we're gonna have to get ourselves a little assistant.
You look tired. Reckon you could do with a good long rest?
You need a poison checker from now on. Jeez.
After all you've done, I say you've earned it.
It's not very nice what you just did there, miss.
Sleep now. Sleep. Sleep and leave us to our affairs. This was never your fight.
My son. They told me he walks in Halone's halls. Him and the rest of his unit.
They told me the same.
I expect they think it's comforting. Every time I come, I cry. I cannot bear to remember, but to forget would be 1,000 times worse. Yet that is what they would have us do. Accept this truth for the sake of peace. Bury the past and look to the future. But he was my future. My flesh and blood. My heart.
I mean, there's no way you can kind of sympathize with them, but...
Is this it? We're the only ones with the courage to oppose this madness? Cowards, a lot of them.
But... peace has to happen at some
They
point.
think only of the prize, of the peace Sir Emmerich promises them. They know in their hearts it's a lie, but they go along with it anyway, desperate fools. But not I. Not I! I see the worm that killed my brother in my dreams every night, and I will not rest until he lies broken at my feet. Him and every last one of his accursed kin.
All this nonsense about kings of Eld, as if I care what they did or didn't do. Makes no difference to me and mine. Have the dragons sued for peace in 1,000 years? Are they bollocks? It's a bloody ruse is what it is, and Sir Emmerich and the rest of them bloody fallen for it.
But what can we do? They believe, and naught we can say will ever change their minds. Whether we like it or not, man and dragon will come together at Vulcan's Nest, and all will be forgiven. Forgiven and forgotten.
I know, the nerve of people.
No. I will not let that happen.
Hey, Willem, how's it going?
Oh?
They will remember the true face of the enemy. I will show it to them. And we will rise up against them once more.
Hey! Hey! This is no time for napping.
Oh, hi, Sandra.
Do you have your wits about you? Good. Come with me. We have a crisis on our hands.
My hands are floating because I gotta keep it in a spot where it's not like clipping through my outfit if I had like a big poofy outfit. It looks like almost like, hey, come on, pick me up. Help me up here, man. I'm bottom heavy and top heavy.
Hear me, brothers and sisters. Do not be fooled by the honeyed words of the Dravarnians.
Dravarnians.
Peace they promise is but a prelude to slaughter.
A prelude to slaughter.
Remember your husbands and wives never returned from war. Your children torn apart by fang and claw. All your loved ones shown no mercy.
Someone put her down.
Does not your heart cry out for vengeance? Your blood boil at the injustice? Remember the face of your enemy, brothers and sisters. Remember it, and strike back!
You there! Don't just stand around gawping! Do something, man! Stop her! Yes, my lord.
Good shot.
See here the true nature of the Highborn. With lies and deception they lead us to our doom. And dare we raise our voices in dissent? Death is our reward.
You're calling the people to violence. Shut up.
This is the choice they have given us, brothers and sisters. Death by dragon's fang, or death by nobleman's command. Death to all we hold dear.
Your solution is not conducive to,
I
Well, people
spit
living.
on your choices, nobleman. You will take no more from me. No more.
one arrow to the throat, thank you? Oh, I guess that works.
What have you done? I only did as you ordered, my lord.
Yeah, what did you expect him to do? Run up there? Oh, come on, you wuss. Put on a strong
I
face.
gave no such order. I did not. I never meant for anyone to...
That's alright, he'll get what's coming to him in a sec here. Andrew, where were you? I dare say that could not have played out any worse, given that the first commander and Lord Toriel are not here to take control of the situation. I spoke with the messengers who said they would be returning shortly, but until they do, naught can be done. Lord Emmeline has retreated to the barracks and is refusing to speak to anyone. Therefore, it falls to us to ensure that order has been fully restored. Come, let us walk the streets and speak with the people. My wife and I felt while fleeing with the others at first. The Kyurgens tend to our bruises afterwards. Those mad fools have ruined everything, and for what? You're here, true. I think you're up above. I think, no, you're not up below, you're down below? Oh, there you are. Okay, you knew you were down here. Spirited stonecutter, what do you gotta have to say? I heard the rumors that the old lady was a drunken fool. What imbecile thought it was a good idea to let him have the run of Falcon's Nest? Yeah, whose idea was it to have our Emmeline take charge? Well, I say him and Sarah Emmett take their bloody change and shove up their arses. I'll not be taken in by that road again. Okay. She's right, you know. We're not but tools to them. To be used and discarded as they see fit. We all saw it. What about the Highborn? What does he have for supplemental dialogue? I will never forgive them for this. Never. Now they break the peace. Where's the other guy? He must be over here in the corner. Did I miss him? I totally missed him. They were wrong to resort to violence. But when I heard her speak, her words were a dagger in my heart. Who are we to decide that enough is enough? That their calls for justice can never be answered? Will this be the end of it, or will there be others like them and the True Brothers? I do not want to bear steel against my kinsmen ever again. I do not know if I ever can. Yeah, enough is enough. Stop fighting. Be good little mules and get along. I totally want this. Give me my mouth. Alright then, did you fix everything over here? Well, what say you? Pretty divided here. Me, I'm alright. A little exhausted. I'm a little short of sleep and feeling sluggish, pun intended. Let's see here. Okay, so the violence has passed, but the people are far from recovery. That's to be expected. For the moment, it appears that no innocents were harmed by the guards. The blame for all casualties can be placed squarely upon the protesters. Nevertheless, the people will not soon forget the image of a young lordling ordering the public execution of an unarmed protester, one whose words resonated with the hearts of many. After all, who among us have not lost loved ones? Lord Artorio and the first commander should have returned by now. To the tavern, then. Their first order of business will be to speak with Lord Emmeline, and I somehow doubt he has moved in Elm since we last saw him. Because he's kind of a dunderhead. Alright, Elaine. You better be quiet. Sitting in timeout. Fury take me, what a disaster. I should never have left. My apologies, Poo-Poo. I bear full responsibility for this debacle. There will be time later for that. I, for one, am more concerned about picking up the pieces. What do we do now? According to initial reports, the protest was orchestrated by the young woman whom Lord Emmeline ordered shot. Her conspirators infiltrated Falcon's Nest, posing as servants and guests. Several were taken alive, others resisted and were struck down. Still others took their own lives. Fucking idiots. Our forces suffered casualties as well, but by the grace of the Fury, no civilians were seriously injured. Still more remarkably, the ringleader yet lives. For the time being, at least, the Kyurgens are doing what they can for her, but she may not live through the night. And she got an arrow to the gut. Given to their impeccable timing, it is like that the convictors who drew us away from the hamlet were in league with the protesters. Accordingly, we have detained them for questioning. I'll be sworn in. I'll be sworn that these villains spent as much effort plotting the failure of this peace conference as we did its success. Well, if the mood of the Hamlet is any indication, theirs has been more fruitful labors. In the wake of the protest, people seem disillusioned. You spoke to them then, I see. Sir Emmerich placed his trust in me. It will be difficult to explain what has happened here. Remember how far we have come, First Commander. The people's faith may have been shaken, but we convinced them before, and we'll do so again. If we can but find a means to remind them, to show them once more the promise that change holds for all, then this tragedy too shall pass into the past. We must pray that you are right. Nevertheless, for the time being, I have no choice but to suspend the peace conference, pending Sir Emerich's final decision. Under the circumstances, I cannot leave Falcon's Nest, Papupu. Will you deliver my report to the Lord Commander in my stead? Yes. Yeah, I will. Get up, Emmeline. You're going with her. Go on without me. I was not asking. You will answer for your actions in person. Is that clear? Yes, my lord. Come, Ottawa. Your manservant is not here. In fact, I have not seen him for some time. I didn't even bother to look for him. Goddamn idiot. Ottawa? I could have sworn he was. Fucking pampered idiot. Once I have determined my presence is no longer required, I will return to the capital as well. Pray give my regards to the Lord Commander. I too had best remain here for a time. I should hope that the worst is past, but it's too early to say for certain. I know where he's at. He's on this bum with the airport.
Ottawa! No! What have they done to you? Ottawa!
Is that you, my lord? You seem rather flustered.
Because of you, you imbecile! What in the seven hells happened to you?
My apologies. Some few of the guests expressed a wish to leave, and I implored them to stay. It would seem they took issue with my request.
Oh, gods forgive me. If I had only been more careful with my words.
Do not blame yourself, my lord. I know that you and your brother have Ishgard's best interests at heart. That poor woman. She lives in the past, clinging to the memories of the lost. But the future holds so much promise, so much joy. And you know that better than any.
Ottawa?
Calm yourself. The boy will live. But it's imperative we get him inside and into the care of a Kairoujian without delay.
Oh, I call him Kairoujian. Okay, fine, be that way.
Oh, we were so close! Why does it all have to fall to pieces? Don't they want to live in peace? Don't they want to be happy? We all want the same thing, and still it falls to pieces. Tell me, what was I supposed to do? Someone, anyone, tell me, what was I supposed to do?
Here comes Dad Creed.
Stop looking to others. You make your choice and you live with the consequences.
Is that really necessary?
And what would you know about consequences? You who always know just what to say and just what to do. Your every deed is greeted with a round of applause.
Can you just get him? Oh.
You know nothing about me. I have fought tooth and nail for the people I hold dear. Done everything in my power to save them. And I have failed. Learn to live with it. I have.
I like the part where he talks without his lips moving. He needed that punch, though. I will take him to the Kyrogens. It is the least I can do. I may have overreacted, but it needed to be done. It was becoming hysterical. I understand the desire to look for reasons, for excuses, to get him to convince yourself you had no choice. But the past is the past, and there is not to be gained from reliving your mistakes. I know this, but he... Calm down, Dan Creed. You didn't overstep, okay? It was just tough love, alright? Dan Creed has lost patience with the word of Emily. Obviously. I have no desire to wait for the Lord Lane to emerge from his puddle of self-pity. We have important matters to attend to in Ishgard. I'm down to 20,000 gil. I am so poor. I am sad. I am a sad potato. Okay. Let me go to the Jewel Crusader and grab my monies, because I'm sure I got lots of monies waiting for me from all the stuff I sold in the market. And then we'll continue the mission. Excuse me. I don't want, yeah, this one. That's not that much money, but they'll pay for transportation. That's all that matters right now. What about me? No money. I didn't even have a Nidhogg card yet. That's cool. Darkness, Zombie, Alan, okay, never mind. Oh, excuse me. Oh. You were expected, miss. Proceed? Yes. We received troubling reports from Falcon's Nest. What befell you there? Word of the demonstration and its resolution outstrip you, Fakubu. Every man, woman, and child of Ishgard has heard the tale. 'Tis rumored that my youngest lack of judgment was to blame. Of course, these stories are prone to exaggeration. What exactly came to pass? Yeah, well, okay, there was this really idiot woman who kept saying really awful things and getting people riled up. I see. So that is the truth of it. Regardless of his intent, the result is undeniable. He has furthered the cause of this misguided few, who cannot let go of the past. In an instant, the delicate balance we have poised to forge is once more beyond us. To dwell so deeply on a war and the vengeance it begets, only for that too to be taken away. Is it any wonder that they were left bereft? For what is this sacrifice? Have we not to show for our suffering? I thought peace a sufficient salve, but mayhap I was mistaken. We are warriors, Lord Edmund, and our nation is a nation, and ours is a nation on centuries of warfare. Right or wrong, this is who we are, and we deny it at our peril. Hold on to the past without being beholden to it. To hold on to the past without being beholden to it. We must needs find a way to honor the sacrifice of our forefathers without glorying in their excess. A difficult path, to be sure. We dare not to deny the scars which mar our nation's soul, lest we spur other disillusioned souls to retrace them. But as you say, we dare not revel in the past glories either, for they are tainted all. A clear, unambiguous enemy and an undeniable righteous cause. 'Tis bitter reflection, but lies though they were, they did serve to unite us. No truth will ever serve as well, I fear. Yet we are not without options. At our last meeting, a proposal was tabled by the other members of the Eorzean Alliance for joint military exercises to strengthen the ties between our nations and to test our readiness to meet with a common threat. I had thought to delay these exercises until after the peace conference, but mayhap a grand melee would be just the thing to lift our beleaguered spirits. Hey Phil, how you doing? Better still, an occasion for the Temple Knights and the Watch to take the field as allies. A united Ishgardian force filled with men and women from all walks of life, which would stand against a coalition of allied nations' finest. Hosted by Ishgard in the shadow of the Gates of Judgment, a victory under such circumstances would serve as reformation, nay, a declaration to all and sundry, that we are as strong and united as ever. Oh, good. We all kind of slept a little bit late, it looks like. It's already dark outside for me. Yay. Such a victory would do much to fan the flames of patriotism, it is true. But if we should be defeated, though even to hold our own against the cream of the three nations might be presented as a triumph. Very well. You may count on my support. For what little it is worth, however, I have a request. I would have my son Meneline take part in the grand melee. By his deeds he has brought shame upon Ishgard, and so by his deeds I would have him bring our nation honor. As you wish, my lord. If that is his desire, then it shall be so. Now then, we have no time to lose, Papabu. Would you be so kind as to deliver my instructions to Lucia? I shall write to the Alliance leaders at once, and begin making arrangements for the Grand Melee. Should you chance see my son, pray inform him of his duty. If he has not already returned, he will soon enough, making every effort to avoid me. Alright, give me 1 sec while I change some things in my room here. Since it's dark outside, I do not have a dark window in my room. But, yeah, no, I don't know how long I'll be able to stay up tonight. I got to do, Christmas lights for a family member tomorrow. But, yeah, we'll go as late as I can, feel without making myself that tired. Maybe we'll get Stormblood, maybe not, I don't know. These, patch quests are kind of lengthy. Maybe we'll get to the, at least Nidhogg. We'll defeat him. I do wonder if some people get tired of me playing the same game all like non-stop, but I mean, I've already resolved that, it is the one game that I have enjoyed longest, and I'm playing it mostly for myself. And, yeah, no, yeah. It is nice, though, because I'm excited to, take you guys on different journeys and stuff, and play different games once I get, back to a good, healthy, sort of regular. But I guess you could say I'm making up for lost time right now. So this is the solution to Grand Melee United people. And what part would they have you play in this affair, I wonder? You, whom they have taken into their confidence, upon whom they have become so heavenly, they've come to so heavily to rely. Stop talking in riddles, just say it straight, Jesus Christ, people. And will you oblige them when the proposition is made? Will you stand for Ishgard once more? Let's see here. We've come this far, have we not? I'm standing for my friends and comrades nomination. It's getting a bit much, isn't it? Let's do that one. It's not going to make a difference on what happens here. You say that, and yet here you are. Here we are. Here we are. This is, after all, the life we chose. In any event, let us not forget that the Assassins sought to profit from this war. To put an end to it is to put an end to their plot, and that, my friend, is ever a worthy cause. So, for this grand melee of his, Sir Emmerich wishes to field a force comprising both his Temple Knights and Hilda's Watch, yes? I can only imagine what she will have to say about that. In fact, curiosity compels me to go and see for myself. Yeah, you go and get that mongrel stiff. That is a very short... I want to look at... Let me see, examine. Of course, see what it looks like on me. It's very cheeky, very short. And it doesn't even show it on my outfit. It's just the bottoms. Yeah, no, it hides the skirt part with the Honish top. I don't like how it makes the cheeks look. They don't look that great. Can I dye it? No, I can't. Can I? Oh, they're undyeable. Aren't they? Yeah, they're undyeable. Damn it. Oh well. Well met, Poo-Poo. Have you spoken with Ceramic? I was aware of the Alliance's request, so Ceramic would turn these exercises into a spectacle for the masses. It is not that I doubt the efficiency of such a plan. Indeed, I know its effectiveness only too well, having witnessed it firsthand. Nevertheless, he has not once given me reason to doubt his intentions, and these are desperate times indeed. I will select nights for the event forthwith. As for the watch, don't worry, I'll talk to Hilda. Did he now? How considerate of Master Thancred, to seek out our young watch commander of his own volition? Alas, he acted prematurely. Pray deliver this list of watch candidates to Hilda. I would have her best men, not her most dispensable. Okay, fine, I guess you got a point. Forgive me, but I have much to do. Send Hilda my regards. Alright. I mean, I would think Thancred probably has the wherewithal to know that she's probably not initially going to volunteer her best men. I went the wrong way. Ow, my ankle. Okay. Make sure they're not drunk. That's the most I can ask right now. Huh? I thought you had something to discuss with the first commander. Huzzah! We've been spoiling for a fight. We'll let Ceramic down. You'll see. Bloody fool doesn't realize he'll have to sit this one out. If all the watch ran off with Ceramic to play soldier, we'd be left to keep an eye on things here. Yeah, he probably should stay and keep an eye on things. Dan Creed's been telling me about Ceramic's grand soiree. Seems we're expected to join in. It's nice of him to invite us and all, but I hope he knows what he's doing, because we ain't dressed to dance with professional bleeding soldiers. Here you go. Well, well. It seems the first commander has gone and handpicked her guests. Can't say I disagree with her choices, though. She's got a good eye. Will you be fighting too? Reckon it'd inspire the lads if you were. Might take their minds off getting their hides tanned and all. Think about it a bit. I hate to ask, but you haven't seen our favorite lordling, have you? I thought not. On the assumption that he is not to be found in his father's loving embrace, I suggest we split up and look for him. I will search foundation and use the pillars. So, you're gonna stay down here, I'm gonna go and... Yeah, I know exactly where he's at. Oh, you... How dare you, Nakuhito! No! Alright, well... Until... 6:14, I have to do the Uwu voice. I hope you enjoy it. Oh no! What a travesty! Alright, hopefully we can get some good dialogue to make it worthwhile. Steel Manufactory. God damn, I hate this voice so much. I mean, I like it, but it also makes me... I sound... I'm not sure if my Uwu voice is, like... Where did it come? Where is... I'm not even in the pillars yet. Dang it. Alright, get my little wallow fill legs waddling. Here we go, to the cathedral. Thank you so much for the host. I will put this notification up there. There we go. There, that fits better. I was trying to make it a little bit more professional, but it would seem that, oh, I see, he's hiding all the way in the markets. In the marketplace. I almost should turn off the Wade, notifications because it's a little silly to have, like, you know, oh, you're hosting me. I carried Anawa to the menu. Our best Kaiwatans attend to him as we speak. He has yet to wake, but sorry he will. So Fire has volunteered me for this grand melee of theirs. My beloved family, always making decisions for me. Get over yourself, you boy. No, it's not like that. It's just, well, you wouldn't understand. How could you? You're a free woman. You are free to be the woman you want to be. Whereas I am a son of Chaos Fortal. Don't you see? My future was determined before I was born. What I could do, what I could not do. Right or wrong, that was the way of it, until the old order began to crumble. Now we wander amidst the rubble, searching for a purpose or a place. All around me, brave men and women rise to the occasion. With faith and conviction, they have dedicated themselves to their cause, but not I. I was terrified of making the wrong choice. This is why I let bitter men make them for me. Do this, do that, take this duty, guard this conference. I suppose I had convinced myself I was above it, until your friend showed me otherwise. And with a punched its face. Yes, I should just know it's you. When I saw Anawa, I wanted to scream. I wanted someone to blame. But in the end, it was only me. Only me. So you see, I cannot meekly bow to my head and accept Father's command. Such cowardice is what brought me to this point. I will go to see Sir Emmerich. I will make my own decision. You better make the right decision. Alright, to the congregation of our knights most heavenly. No, don't have me on speaker. Not with that little voice. I tell you. I'm making an unofficial rule that until I finish a cutscene, if I am still an Ulu voice when I start a cutscene, I have to keep the Ulu voice on until the cutscene's over. Just because there's a lot of travel time. It kind of does make a lot of sense to have a lot of walking around without the Ulu voice and no one to talk. No words to speak. Oh, it's God's here, huh? How unfortunate that my Ulu voice is just...
Lord Commander, if I may? I wish to speak with you before the Grand Melee.
My talents lie in things that I do not wish to have talent in. Alright, here is this. The voice cutscene, so I just make commentary.
Proceed.
Yes, proceed.
How do you do it, my lord? How do you lead with such certainty, when so many of our countrymen will not hear of peace with the Dravanians? Some of them hate you almost as much as the dragons themselves. They decry you as a patricide in the streets. They even tried to kill you, for God's sakes. Yet still you march on, undaunted, where no archbishop dared to tread. What is your secret? Where do you find the strength?
You sound so much more mature right now.
For centuries, our nation has been punished for the sins of our forefathers. If our punishment is to end, I believe we must right the wrongs of antiquity and move forward as a nation united. Needless to say, my father did not share this opinion. He did not believe the people strong enough to bring about their own deliverance, trusting only in himself. Tyranny seemed to him the only solution. But I have faith in the people, Lord Amanalain.
You must
I have
believe in the
faith that
people.
they will weather this storm and overcome every trial we set before them. Many have fought and died to see this blight upon our nation's history cleansed, and I would not let their sacrifices be in vain. Though we invite reprisals, the risk is worth the reward.
Okay, enough of the woo-woo voice.
I do.
No more woo-woo voice for now. Unless someone has another redeem you. You, cheeky butts.
Lord Commander, through my careless orders, a pall has been cast over these proceedings, and I beg the opportunity to make amends.
Okay, fine, we're keeping the woo-woo voice for another 5 minutes.
I, Amanalain de Forton, do hereby request leave to take part in the Grand Melee.
My son, I did not think you had it in you.
Who am I to deny such a heartfelt plea? We would be honored to have you join the fray, my lord.
You know what? I should totally put a coup down on it. Otherwise, we're gonna have woo-woo voice, like permanent woo-woo voice until Stoneblood.
You'll take charge of the Ishgardian forces.
For all my other responsibilities, I am still Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, and I would not soon yield this duty to another.
He is Yoshi P in Final Fantasy. He's both
He esteems Sir Emmerich leading the Temple Knights and the Watch into battle along with my youngest. I could wish for no more.
He's director and producer.
Then you wish for too little, my lord. There is another who might yet join the fray. An indispensable ally to whom we owe much and more.
The
An
warrior
adventurer
of light.
beholden to none, who nevertheless chose to champion our cause, who has shared in our suffering and in our glory. A warrior without equal, who I am privileged to call a friend. There is no one I would rather have fighting by my side.
Okay, but I'm keeping the...
I ask this in full knowledge of your obligations, and will not think less of you should you refuse. But if your conscience will allow it, might you oblige me, my friend? One more time.
Oh, right, this one I have to wear the Ishgardian uniform. Crap, I'm gonna not wear my special outfit. I should have like an on-screen thing that says that I have a little voice on. Otherwise, people might assume this is my actual voice. Could you imagine if this is my actual voice?
Together we shall give the people a spectacle for the ages. A celebration to mark the dawning of a new era.
Maybe. A swamp princess with a speech impediment. Lucia, what do you have to say here? We would not have come this far if it weren't for you, Papupu. It has been an honor and a privilege. God help me, I think I might be love. It might be love. I dare say it might be cheating too. Your mere presence is enough to turn the tide of most battles. And did you see the way his eyes went up when you nodded? With a look of boundless relief and joy. One would think a politician more practiced at concealing his emotion. Still, his honesty does seem credit. For a moment, I was feel inspired to pledge myself to the cause. But that would be improper. This was their fight. And yours, not mine. Mayhap I have to fight for another side, you know? Even the odds. A spectacle for the ages. The grand melee is poised to begin. Lucia would not be the wait. So Endwalker informs me that Alliance leaders have agreed to his proposal. The grand melee will be held here, in the shadow of the Gate of Judgment, and in the sight of the capital. An announcement has been made, and Alliance forces are currently en route. Eyes of its god are upon us, Papupu. We must not fail. A whale opportunity to see you pit yourself against allied forces. Outside of Cottonelle, perhaps? I will not miss this for the world. Okay, alright. I'm putting an unofficial cooldown for the next hour. But if you spend the points, then I suppose I'll just use up less points. Where am I going? What am I doing? I need to go outside the Gates of Judgment. That's where I'm going to be. 3,400 kills. Oh my gosh. Ugh. I think Twitch gives way too many points and not enough, like, reasons to use them. I don't know even what the points would be used for. They often highborn dandies deign to fight alongside us, hoi polloi. Okay, I was done to do the ooh voice, thank you very much. Like all our names days rolled into one it is. Then again, it's our national pride that's at stake. National and personal. I ain't about to get let a snotty-nosed lordling show me up. Alright. Emmerich, what do you gotta say? It is a matter of pride for the Alliance as well. They will not scruple to send their best against us, and yet we must not be cowed. Too much rests on our success. It looks like a veritable who's who of the Eorzean Alliance. The only question is, who came to watch and who came to fight? Nanamo. Definitely Nanamo. Yeah, we're gonna fight Nanamo. Nanamo Extreme. The second commander of Hilda's lieutenants shall see to the security of the city in my absence. The melee demands my undivided attention. Yeah, you gotta make sure no one actually kills anyone. Like, that would be awful. You're to knock people out at best, not, until they say that they yield. $10K for a backflip? Wait. I can do that. I can actually backflip in this game. There she is. I say when you didn't appear, I began to question. Nothing, never mind. To think that we are mere moments away from facing the cream of Eorzea's soldier in battle, where I am... what if... Oh, what am I saying? I have to stop imagining the worst. I must think of the victory, of the glory, of the stories I will tell on the war when he wakes. And you better stop doubting. But yeah, I can do a backflip. I can do it again. Look how adorable it is! Oh, I can't actually hide my UI for a sec here. Get a little closer. If anyone can do a backflip, it's a lollipop. Are you ready, old girl? Already, old girl, are you? Let's see. By the Fury, how can I forget? Father bid me present this to you. I know it's sudden, but we believe the men would find it inspiring if you bore the colors of House Fortal in the battle. Pray do us this honor. During the grand melee, some of your gear will be glamored. Your attributes and abilities will be unaffected. Alright, get ready to see me in a giant halberd. Ooh, look at all the Grand Company people. I'm so cute! Oh my goodness, I'm so cute! Super cute!
Let all here present heed well the rules of engagement.
The Grand Melee is a large-scale battle in which an allied company of Ulda, Granian, Lamentin forces will be pitted against the company of Ishgarian forces. When a combatant is incapacitated, the opposing company will be awarded tactical points. The first company to attain a designated tactical rating of 100 points is declared the victor. That just gives me a target to attack. During the Grand Melee, officiants may mark certain combatants with the Furious Gaze, which will be indicated by an ethereal tether linking them to the company's flag. While defeating most combatants will award your company 1 tactical point, defeating marked combatants will award your company 10 tactical points. Marked combatants also possess enhanced attributes, rendering them more powerful and more difficult to defeat. Become the Juggernaut. Defending and defeating these combatants is key to victory. So I kill 100 soldiers or just 10 of those tethered people?
For the honor and the glory of Ishgard.
Okay. I am so freaking cute in my little armor. Oh, there they are. Darn it, I want to fight Nanamo. She's got a little step stool back there.
All is ready then.
Oh, very well. I skipped it.
Brave men and women of the Eorzean Alliance, let the grand melee begin!
Yeah, let's explode some boys. Alright, who has the tether? Sorry, Pippin, you're going down. Okay, maybe this one's going down instead. Haha, you're down. I messed up.
For Ishgard!
You're supposed to protect him. Yeah. Oh, there you are. Where's the Conjurer at? No, there's no. Oh, there's one right over here. Take care of you first. I'll take out the Conjurer here.
Now you go.
Not today. on him. They're trying to take him out. Stop it. Lucia. They really want to take her out, though. Oh, it is dumb. Totally messed up on this. Oh, there she goes. She's going down. I knew they wanted to try and take her out. Stand fast, brothers and sisters of Ishgard. You take this guy out.
It ends here.
Right there!
Oh, hey, I got it now. Nice! Everyone's gonna attack me, great. Uh-oh, it's just me and Robon. Oh, not the Cyclops, dude. All forces, fall back! Our melee is being interrupted by the monsters outside. Oh, Pancreas can step forward. One good punch to the eyeball. Continue the melee. I will deal with him. Huh, daft sod. You heard the man, back to it. All forces, form a line on Fupupo now. Oh no, not fire. Oh, he wants the battle all to himself, huh? If my staff wasn't in the way, I would have taken a picture. Well met. I will not lie, I was hoping that it would come to this. So then, shall we dance? Damn it all. He just wanted to fight us. Like, okay, I got this. I'm so freaking cute. Where are the points sitting at? Oh, we're already in the lead, way in the lead. I just need to take out Alduin. Oh, you're gonna do that move, huh? Sneaky. And do you even know who you're fighting against? I've gone after a different. Oh, this move, thank you. You hear me, girl? Don't you dare lose. Oh, okay. Don't worry, I won't lose. I got this in the bag. Can't wait until Enochian becomes... Ow, that hurt. Alright, Immortal Flame. No, stop. Cease and desist. Ow, that was kind of painful, but not really. Wait, why does he have Void Magic? He's leaving puddles of blackness here. Alright, take your victory.
Did she win? Then we...
Victory is ours! Ishgard! Ishgard! Well fought, my friend. You truly are the warrior of warriors. Despite the fury, you were on our side.
Oh, my lungs are burning, and I can barely stand. I didn't think I could do it, but then I did. We did. We faced the Alliance's best, and together, with one heart, with one purpose, we prevailed.
I really wonder if he actually,
After
survived the whole
1,000 years
fight.
of hardship, of strife and bloodshed, we are strong enough to rise to any challenge, be it on the battlefield or beyond. The future holds so much promise, so much joy. We need only show them the way.
Aw, he's growing up.
A truly magnificent display, Sir Knight. While doubtless less than pleased, I am quite sure the Grand Companies are honored to have been bested by such valiant warriors.
The honor was ours, Your Grace.
I am pleased to see that Ishgard's proud martial tradition is being upheld. When the time comes, I trust you will fight alongside your brothers and sisters in the Eorzean Alliance with the same fervor you displayed in opposing them. I note that our friend elected to take the field in Ishgardian colors.
At my behest, Your Grace. If we have given offense, the blame lies with me.
Fear not, Sir Knight. It was a surprise, nothing more. And any hint of ill feeling was thoroughly dispelled by the spectacle of our mutual friend's duel with General Raubarn. On the subject of surprises, I could not help but marvel at the passion and unity of purpose displayed by your countrymen, given the troubling reports we have received of late.
I shall take that as a compliment, Your Grace. The events to which you allude are the price of change. The end of the Dragonsong War marks the beginning of a new era for our nation, and for the people, high and lowborn alike, who will lead her into the future.
Ah, yes. The people.
Good boy.
Change is indeed a perilous thing, for we who seek it, and they who fear it. I shall pray for Ishgard, and for you.
Well, that made for a refreshing change. Congratulations on your victory, by the way. These Guardians certainly seem happy with themselves. I, for my part, am merely glad you did not strain anything in the process of single-handedly winning the battle for them.
Single-handedly, of course.
Tis but a scratch, I assure you, and I will not suffer you to worry over me.
Yeah, you took out an
Not when
elite.
we have a dozen far more important concerns. Make that 2 dozen. Still, as Y'shtola never tires of telling me, we can but face them head-on, one at a time. One day at a time. As Minfilia would have done.
Oh, it helped out Thancred too. Yeah, you love me. You love me, kitty boy. Yeah. I want kitty. Yeah. Okay. But then, what do you say here? Did you take a butt whooping to her? Meow. You're such a good boy. Oh, you're such a good boy, kitty. Yeah. You're such a good kitty. Oh, you're in full cuddle mode, aren't you? Oh, you're such a good cuddle boy. You're so soft. Yeah. You're such a good boy. Sorry. Cuddling the cat. It's important to make sure he feels loved. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's a good boy. He's a good boy. Okay, kitty. I gotta entertain my guests. Alright, whatever you had planned, go ahead and lay down there and you're good. As long as I live, I shall never forget that duel. It was inspiring and humbling in equal measure. I feel honor-bound to point out, however, that my father was fighting one-handed. Yeah, and I didn't hold back. I didn't let his handicap make me pity him. Balls! I had forgotten what it felt like to feel so alive. Not since leaving the Bloodsands have I had the privilege. Not since the Bull of Alamigo hung up the sword. Back then, the outcome might have been different, but I do not begrudge your victory. I know how far you've come, how much you've endured. Your fight only confirmed it. We shall have to do this again one day, when time allows. I shall look forward to it. I shall look forward to it. Now go to the Ishgardians and celebrate your victory. You have earned it. Come, Pippin, her Grace is expecting us. Lead on, father. It's kind of like Final Fantasy football. Only with swords and magic and bonking people until they're knocked out. I guess they bonk people until you're knocked out in football. Where exactly is... Oh, he is literally right up here. Okay. Emmeline, what do you got to say here? What are we waiting for? We must return to the capital at once and tell them all about our victory. I confess it stung my pride to be brushed aside so easily. But when the flames subsided, I saw you standing there triumphant, and there was only gladness in my heart. That was just another battle for you, I bet. But for my lot, it weren't so much the fighting as the not tripping over each other's feet. His lordship might think about laying down some actual training for us next time. The messengers have already been dispatched. Pray let us pray that this victory has the desired effect. I'm sure things will work out. Said your goodbyes. In all the years I've known Raoban, I cannot recall ever seeing him look so happy in defeat. Well, everything seems to be falling into place, does it not? The Ishgarians have claimed their symbolic victory, and the Eorzean alliance has been strengthened in the process. Be proud, Fupubu. You made this happen. I have learned the emote victory. Woo! Well, if I hadn't already. Sir Emmerich is beaming with pride. We have done it. Nay, you have done it. You have brought us the victory we so desperately needed. There is not but to return to the capital. Come, let us see what reception awaits us. I do wonder, how did the rest of the town actually, watch the fight? Or they're just gonna take the knight's word for it, I guess. It's not like there's television in Final Fantasy. Madeline's so exhausted. He's so tired.
My lord!
Anawa.
Honorwa, my boy. Shouldn't you be in bed?
Thank you for your concern, my lord. But I have largely recovered from my ordeal, and I have naught but several scars to show for it, which I have been told some women may find appealing.
I like his little quivering voice.
And to think I was worried sick over you.
I'm not sure I understand, my lord.
Well, let's put that theory to the proof, shall we?
My lord?
'Twould seem that a great many things have occurred in my absence. I thought I might begin to make amends by welcoming you in person.
The messengers spared not their chocobos to bring us word of your victory in the grand melee. I cannot well describe our elation when we heard the news. It called to mind the day we rejoined the Eorzean alliance, when I glimpsed hope rekindled in the eyes of the people.
The Fury herself ushers us into a new era. Sir Emmerich, the time is now.
We must ally with the Javarnians.
Aye, that it is. Reconvene the conference and summon Vidofnir to Falcon's Nest. We will make peace with Hraesvelga's brood and hasten this bloody war to its end.
Yes, Lord Commander.
I will send word to Artoirel and bid him resume preparations. Emanuele, you will place yourself at your brother's disposal. He will be glad of your assistance.
It's funny how he still flinches at his father. You don't want the father's belt. He knows it all too well.
No stopping it now, is there? We should inform Stoller and the others.
Stoller, huh? British people, with their A's being R's.
My dear friend, I doubt I will ever be able to thank you enough. But when the conference is successfully concluded, I damn well mean to try.
That ain't an invitation for a private dinner or what? I have to say, even though I've got the thighs, look at that thigh gap. Not a single bit touching. All the hips are wide. They say you duel General Raubon within a ring of flames. I did not think the man so ostentatious. Would that I could have seen it. After we parted ways in Matoya's cave, I returned here to speak with Tataru. We agreed to tell the others only that our search for Minfilia had reached an impasse. I subsequently learned that you had left for Falcon's Nest, but I thought it best to keep it to myself for a time. I didn't want to rely upon you overmuch when we were together, and I needed to think, to reflect. I still do, I suspect. The matters here seem to be coming to a head. In short, there are some things I feel I must say, though nothing so urgent that it cannot wait until the end of the conference. So let's make for Falcon's Nest and see that if Lord Artoriel is in need of our assistance. Oh, for once you're gonna, stop pontificating and just monologuing about the glory of the future and whatnot, and all that other suffocating stuff that you constantly say. Oh wait, it is the manufactory to go to Falcon's Nest. What am I doing? Hello. Let's try that again. I wish there was it would actually give you just teleport to Western Kratos. Kind of like some of the other city-states have. Makes me wonder, are those role players? No, they're not tagged up as role players. Let me run! Let me run! So Ceramic hoped, Ishgard's success at the Grand Melee has done much to restore the people's faith in this endeavor. Look on their faces, Fokubu, nervous yet hopeful, expectant, in a word. Well met, Mistress Fokubu, and thank you for looking after my brother. They say he fought bravely, and that he did not dishonor his house. But you, my lady, to you we owe everything. As you can see, we have made every effort to strike while the iron is hot. We made our intentions known, and that all will be welcome to attend. And so they came. By the grace of the Fury they came. The ceremony will not be a lengthy affair, but there is still much to be done. I would speak with you more, but I must see to my duties. As for you and Master Alphino, you will do naught but enjoy yourselves. Is that clear? If any dare beg of your assistance again, I will have words. Oh no, not words. Not words with a lordling. Well, there you have it. We've been forbidden from meddling. Shall we wait, or have you other matters to attend to before the ceremony begins? Wait without Alphino. I'm gonna wait without Alphino. Yeah. Excellent. I only hope Thancred and the others will not be late. Epical events do not come around very often. Don't say that word. Don't say that word, Alphino. Why do you have to say that word? There's not a single block of wood to knock on. Oh good, the weather turned nice. Hey, Crow. Crow's right over there. Crow's one of my favorites. I only wish I could wear robes if I could dye it and I didn't have to have that hairstyle underneath the hood. Not that it's not a good hairstyle, but it just looks too
The
samey.
appointed hour approaches.
Aye. Y'all ready for some interesting developments?
She begged leave to watch the proceedings. I saw no reason not to grant it.
As long as she shuts up.
Should I choose to deviate from my prepared remarks, I ask that you trust in my judgment.
You're gonna not read your notes?
Have I ever done otherwise?
Now, what his original notes were, I have no idea, because it seems like the same thing happens, but okay.
Look!
Vidofnir, one of the cooler dragons. Cool silver dragon. A white dragon, I guess, is what they're gonna call it.
How long it hath been since our peoples met thus, children of Thordan, even by our reckoning.
Vidofnir, daughter of Hraesvelga, we give thanks for your visit, and bid you welcome to Falcon's Nest.
Our sire bade us hearken unto the whispers of our hearts. They spoke to us of a paradise lost, of bonds of brotherhood, which they yearn to see restored.
So I guess Hraesvelgar's brood actually does want to get along with the Ishgarians.
Ours too yearn for such a restoration, and they have guided us here this day, that they might yearn no longer. Brothers and sisters, ye who stand as witness, hearken to me. Since the days of Eld, when the bonds betwixt man and dragon were sundered by our hand, our peoples have known only war. Bloodshed without end, losses beyond counting, and still we fought. And still we fought.
I wonder if they can even hear him.
Some wounds do not heal. The dead cannot be returned to us. But we, the living, can yet choose another course. Here and now, we can lay down this burden, this hatred, this vengeance. Our forebears fought not so that we could die, but that we might live. So let us honor their sacrifice and spare our children this death sentence. Let us gift them a new legacy. Life.
Yeah, hello there, man. That's the whole point.
Betwixt our peoples yawneth a divide deeper than the deepest abyss, wider than the widest sea. Generations will live and die ere this divide is bridged. Knowing this, doth thy heart yet yearn for peace, son of Thordan?
Look now on the legacy we would leave to our children. A dream of peace, inscribed in stone for generations to come.
The dragon's face. That's a pretty little mural.
Father in his his beloved, as they were so long ago, happy and at peace. The dream they shared shall be ours once more.
Sorry, I knew it was coming. Oh, yes, high ground. High ground. Oh.
Your bow!
Oh, ouch. Well, okay, he can stop bows or arrows, so I guess that's game over for us. Oh no.
Child of Dravania, art thou grown so forgetful that thou wouldst forsake kith and kin and consort with the spawn of Thordan? That thou wouldst dare contemplate peace? Hearken unto me, all of you! The final chorus is nigh, and all will be held to account. All will bathe in the flames of retribution. Till the coming of that day, look you on your sins and despair, for none shall escape my wrath. None shall escape my revenge!
You just struck down one of your own, man. You going crazy.
7 hells. Damn you, Nidhogg.
That's a big dragon.
Hells, take that worm! While he lives, we'll never know peace.
Aye! There'll be no end to this war till Nidhogg is dead and gone!
So let's kill the bastard and be done with it. Death to Nidhogg! Death to Nidhogg! Death to Nidhogg!
Death to Nidhogg! Death to Nidhogg! Death to Nidhogg! Death to Nidhogg! Death to Nidhogg!
Death to Nidhogg!
I wonder what he says there. He words something, but I'm not sure what he means. away they go, the last of our guests. Having come hither with hope in their hearts, they depart with hatred and bloodlust. Until the moment I saw him strike, I held some small hope what you had seen in Essislaw was an illusion, perhaps. But he acted without hesitation, as did Sir Emmerich. For a mercy, Vidofnir's wound was not mortal, and so Lucia tells me. The dragon was spirited away to Emmeric's shrine to receive care from her brethren. We can but hope her recovery is swift. But such was surely Nidhogg's intent. To deliver a proclamation not only to the children of Thornton, but to his kindred. War is coming, and ye who do not stand with us stand apart. She was an example, a message to her brood, another instrument of his vengeance, like Estinian. Those who can yet say. Cases and costs, or causes and costs. When I said I wished to speak with you about the conference, I confess I envisaged rather happier circumstances. If anything, however, this latest tragedy makes the need more pressing. There are things I must say. Not to the Warrior of Light, or even to my fellow Scion, but to you, Fokabil, my friend. But not here, no. But of course, the intercessory in Camp Dragonhead is still open to us. Let us go there. Back to where it all began.
Forgive me. That took longer than expected. You seem puzzled. Oh, these. I thought something warming might not go amiss.
It reminds me of what Hoshapont did for us.
It was not all that long ago that we sat here, you and I. In our very own falling snows, as Lord Horshvon called it. I still struggle to believe he is gone. And Azelle too. I had such hopes for her.
Certain people, it is hard to realize that.
Master Matoya asked me what it was all for. Why we fight. And why we die. Were I still commander of the Braves, I would doubtless have replied, for the future of Eorzea. But I'm not that man. Not anymore.
You mean that boy? That was a boy.
I needed a new answer. One that I could live with. And when I saw Estinian at the ceremony, I knew at last what it was. I do not want to be a man who sacrifices his friends and family for a cause. I want to fight for Estinian, and I want to save him. When Nidhogg leads the Horde into battle, Ser Emmerich and his forces will do what they believe must be done. That is their choice to make. Yet even if Ser Emmerich is willing to forsake Estinian, I am not. We must fight for him, for he is our friend and ally. We may struggle, we may fail, but we must try.
Come on, do the nod, do the nod, do the thing, come on, nod! Nod, no, god damn it, no nod for me. Oh, I'm having a flashback here. Come on, nod and smile, nod and smile. We will find a way to save him. To aid those in need. Good, poetic or... yeah, we'll find a way to save him. Yeah, that works. That's kind of a nod.
We will. I know we will.
thank you, Popopo. It is unfair for me to burn myself in this manner, time after time, but I'm glad that you permit me nonetheless. You are my true friend and ally. Though not all of our fellow Cylons will support our stance with the Honestinian, I have faith that we will win them over in due course, such as the infectious power of hope. Right, that is quite enough solemn introspection for one day. I think we would both benefit from some time with the company, in the company of Tatara. She says, she stays for us at Fortuna Manor. Let us not keep her waiting any longer. I'm just gonna teleport. I know it's right there, but I don't want to have to walk any more than I need to. Too far away? Are you being judgmental of my shortness? Oh, I should have checked with the Tara. Let's see here. Yet again, we walk in an all too familiar path. I'm reminded of when we first came to this manor. Lost and uncertain, we granted succor in our hour of need. We were granted succor in our hour of need. We were saved, and now it is our turn to return the favor. Hear, hear. Let no one say the Cylons did not repay their debts. After all, what kind of people would we be if we forsook our friends? If we stopped looking for Ida and Papalymo? Or if we gave up hope on bringing Philia back? Though she knew it would cost her dearly, when Philia reached out to us to deliver a message, she believed it was imperative that we understand the true nature of this star, of the rift between Zodiac and Hydaelyn, and of the Yastian's aspirations. But for all it has been revealed, I cannot shake the suspicion that there is much we have yet to learn. In any event, I think it's time we step back from the fray and carefully consider our next course of action. It will not be easy to turn this tragedy into triumph, but we will find a way. We will. I'm gonna say I'm excited in terms of like other people playing this game, watching Pyromancer, getting into Shadowbringers. Like I can just tell in the tone of his voice that he's like super excited for where the story is going. And it's all the more worth it because he took the time to appreciate the little bits of building blocks of story up to that point. Battle stints. Well, at least it cleaned up pretty good.
Of all the ways for it to end. Even before his transformation, I could feel the worm's hatred swirling about Estinian. The terrible, all-consuming rage. Enough to fuel a 1,000-year quest for vengeance. It was all I could do not to run away screaming. But Ishgardians, nay, all Eorzeans, are made of sterner stuff. They face danger and death on a daily basis, and understand what it takes to win a war.
Think not too deeply on Master Matoya's words. Her intent was but to steal our resolve.
Nice angle.
That, and to remind us to look beyond these passing conflicts to trials greater still. To the truth which hides at the heart of this world.
So that's your aim, is it?
You disapprove?
Not at all. I believe it's traditional for the student to follow in the footsteps of the master. And you are so very alike.
Ardbert, what are you doing here still? Alright, we haven't banished you yet. Fan Creed, always on the beat.
Change. That great inexorable wave was upon us, and soon all of Ishgard would bend to its will. For all our sins, for all our scars, the future for which we had long yearned was at last within our grasp. But it would be bought at a heavy price. For in those twilight hours did Nidhogg cry out for vengeance, and his brethren raise their voices for the final chorus of the Dragon Song War.
I'm ready for it. Ah, the Gears of Change. I think that was 3.2, or 3.3 probably. 3.4, we're gonna go after Arbert and his group, send them back to their world, and then I think 3.5, or maybe not, no, that was 3.2. Where it's Arbert, and then it's Nidhogg, and then we're going into Stormblood patch stuff, so. Caution, Ida, that is all I ask. Do not be so eager to place your faith in them, not until we know more. Still wearing a mask. That mask kind of reminds me of the one bad dude from Fable. Anyways, let's go ahead and get this going. Let's see. The House Fortuna Knight has a message for me. Mr. Spocko, it is well that you are here. You are wanted within. I believe Master Alphino wishes a word with you. Yeah, so the Gears of Change left you with that interesting cliffhanger. Guitardo, what do you gotta say? The Scions will find a way, I just know he will. Fabubu, there you are. Have you a moment? There's something I would fain discuss. Yes. I must ask you to recall the events which unfolded at the Peace Conference, though I dare say you would sooner forget them. My mind returns again and again to the moment when Nidhogg appeared before the crowd in the guise of a Stenian. It was a sight to chill the soul, but one which gave me reason to hope that our friend might not be beyond salvation. When you described his fateful transformation at Issisla, I feared him lost forever. But the mere fact that some semblance of his former self endures must surely count for something. Alas, I have no evidence to support that impression. Or this impression. Thus did I turn to Ystrel and Krile for a more empirical appraisal. And full glad that I did, for it would seem that they have some observations of their own to share. The ladies have saved us a table at the Forgotten Night, shall we go? Sure, yeah, let's go and meet up with the other Silence. Excellent, let's not keep the honored colleagues waiting.
We have kept you waiting over long, I fear.
So spoiled with all these voice
Not to worry,
cutscenes.
Alphino. We had some rather fine mulled wine to keep us company. Truth be told, you could have delayed your arrival a few moments more.
Oh, really?
Gibrion got the spicing just right this time. His latest batch is not only delicious and warming, but soothing to the humours.
Indeed. But 'twas not to soothe our humours that we gathered here.
Ah, no, quite right. The matter of that poor dragoon.
You have discovered something. A means to save him?
Let us not jump to conclusions, shall we? Assess the facts presented, then make an educated analysis, as you were taught.
Pray, cast your mind back to the moment of Estinian's transformation. Do you recall how you described it to us? You spoke of the sudden pangs which racked his body when he took up both of Nidhogg's eyes, and of how his form was twisted thereafter into a shadowy semblance of the Great Worm.
When he appeared at Falcon's Nest, the worm's eyes were fused to his mail.
Would that only his armor had been corrupted. Snaking forth from the eyes, I descried dark tendrils which entangled his very being. His ether has been all but smothered.
Then he is lost to us forever?
Not quite.
What did I just say about jumping to conclusions? Y'shtola clearly stated all but smothered. As I later discovered, her impression matched my own. Though Nidhogg's presence filled my mind's eye, beneath his seething aura, I sensed the merest hint of something else. And after listening to Y'shtola's observations, I became more certain of my suspicion that the something else I'd sensed was, in fact, the trace of a different will, submerged in the sea of Nidhogg's rage.
His own ethereal sea.
You mean...
Yes, 'tis like that Estinian spirit yet lingers.
Can we not wrest him from Nidhogg's grasp, then? Tear the eyes from the armor?
We know not if that would serve to separate Worm's soul from man's. None have ever attempted such a feat.
Should it offer even the faintest hope of success, then by the gods, I shall be the first to try.
Alphino. By all means, hold fast to your hope, but be mindful of the dangers. Even should you succeed in excising the eyes from the dragoon's mail, we have no way of knowing if your friend's soul would survive so violent a separation. And that is to say nothing of the possibility that his would-be savior might become Nidhogg's next host.
But what other choice remains to us? Should the opportunity present itself, I will tear those foul orbs from Estinian's armor and trust in the resilience of his soul, even at the risk of mine own.
Ah, I found you at last.
Oh, well, what's up?
A messenger of the Temple Knights came to the manor some few hours past. The Lord Commander humbly requests the company of the Warrior of Light and Master Alphino.
Sir Emmerich would speak with us. Very well, thank you, Onawa.
'Twould seem duty calls. Pray see to yours, and we shall return to ours.
Thank you, Y'shtola, Kryl. Your words have given me hope where there was none. Come then. Sir Emmerich awaits.
Alphino is allowing his feelings for this dragoon to cloud his thoughts. I worry he may do something rash. Keep an eye on him, would you?
Oh, don't worry, I'll do something equally rash.
dragons than their foes defeat. But will history commend their fealty or condemn their folly?
The conference held at Falcon's Nest was to be a celebration of the reconciliation twixt man and dragon. But the lingering shade of Nidhogg, clad in the flesh of the Azure Dragoon, did mark the occasion by spilling the blood of his own kind. A timely atrocity to remind the children of Ishgard that the Dragonsong War was far from over. And when fear gave way to fury, the call to arms rang out anew. Death to Nidhogg! Death to Nidhogg!
What news has Ceramic to share with us, I wonder? Share with us. Ceramics perchance have received word of a Dravanian advance? Or mayhap they have located this, that is to say, mayhap Nidhogg has been found? Come, I would hear that what the Lord Commander has to say.
My friends, I thank you for coming.
You have had news of Nidhogg?
Alas not. Our scouts range far and wide, but they have as yet found no trace of the Great Worm.
We dispatched an elite unit of dragoons to reconnoiter the churning mists, but even they returned empty-handed.
A pity.
Fear not, Alphino. We shall see the worm again soon enough. His words at Falcon's Nest attest to that. Indeed, he is like to come sooner than we would wish.
I assume Ishgard's defenses are being bolstered as we speak?
With all haste. I mean to call upon every able-bodied warrior at our disposal, from the Knights of the Four Houses to the men and women of the Watch. But I did not summon you to discuss strategy.
What then would you have of us, my lord?
I will speak plain. Now that Nidhogg is possessed of both of his eyes, no mortal force we can muster will repel him. That being the case, we must needs recruit an ally of equal strength.
Hreysvelga.
You speak of Hreysvelga?
Uh-huh.
I do. To whom else could we turn?
That he is Nidhogg's equal I do not deny, nor can I name another. But convincing the reclusive creature to do battle with his own brood brother will be... how shall I put this?
Impossible?
It will be no small undertaking, yes. Estinian's report was most particular about Hreysvelga's unwillingness to involve himself in the affairs of men. But much has changed since your visit to Somal, and if there is even a chance that the dragon may be swayed, I must plead our case. Whatever price the dragon asks of me, I shall pay it. Such was my oath, to defend the people of Ishgard. Come what may, my friends, the battle with Nidhogg will mark the end of my tenure as the acting head of church and state. Will you help me discharge this final duty?
We will, my lord, though I fear our involvement offers no guarantee of success. Come then, we will depart at your leisure.
Thank you, both of you.
The city is yours, First Commander.
My lord, we shall pray for your swift return.
We go to consort with dragons. I somehow doubt that Hreisfelgar will be pleased to see us, but for Estinian's sake, if that counts, and that of countless others, I suppose we must risk his displeasure. It grieves me to impose upon you in this manner, but you of all people understand the threat we now face. It is no imposition, Sir Emmerich. To Fakapu and I, Ishgard is a second home. After many battles we have fought and the bonds we have forged, the plight of your nation has become our own. If there is aught we can do to aid in its salvation, then pray impose all you must. You are true friends. Shall we be about our task then? I have no way of knowing when Nidhogg's shade will strike, but we must assume that time is not our ally. Indeed. With that in mind, I have taken the liberty of dispatching a messenger to inform Mr. Sitaru that you will be escorting me to Somo. I confess I did not provide the exact details of our destination, as they are as yet unknown to me. We will summon Hreisfelgar at Zenith in the turning mists. Ere we begin our ascent, however, I think it best we pay a visit to Annex Shrine. You seek an advantage in the coming negotiations? I do. I would consult with Vidofnir. I suppose this is part out of concern for her condition. Were she to succumb to her wounds, it could have grave consequences for our alliance. That apart, she may be able to provide insight into her sire's current state of mind. With well reasoned. To the Javanian forelands, then. She seems to be doing okay. Ah, 'tis the warrior of warriors and her companions. What bringeth you to mine abode? Pray forgive us for disturbing your recuperation, Vidofnir. I had hoped your wound would not pain you overmuch. Didst thou imagine me close to death? The thrust was deep, but not mortal. I will heal in time. Full glad am I to hear it. You were the guest of honor at our conference, and we failed in our duty of protection. On behalf of Ishgard, I apologize unreservedly. I am a dragon full grown, and thou thought to protect me, mortal. I was tempered by the fires of battle ere thy great-grandsire learned to claw. Thy words do remind me of a knight whom I called friend some 1,000 years past. He swore to defend me from harm and hardship. Would that we could return to that era of peace, when man and dragon knew such comradeship. Would that our every effort to do so were not undone by ancient rancor. For truth, there can be no peace while Nidhogg's shade yet lingereth. That much is plain, yet we lack the strength to banish him. Thus do we make for solemn all to beseech the aid of your sire once more. Folly, thou wouldst know well as I how he will answer. Hreisfelgar's heart remains unchanged, then. A pity. But if it is folly to hope, then I contend to die a fool. am content. Yeah. As hath ever been the way of thy kind. Go then, but be warned. The Shade's presence hath driven its minions to frenzy. Thank you, Vidofnir. We shall disturb your rest no longer. Lucia's report described Annick's shrine in detail, but her words failed to convey the overwhelming strangeness of standing here in the depths of dragons. Running over the worm. Though I expect no better answer from Vidofnir, I take little pleasure from having been proven right. It would seem that our presence in Zenith will be every bit unwelcome as I anticipated. But what is the ire of one great worm to a trio of self-confessed fools such as ourselves? Let us begin our ascent. After you, Master Alphino. Scout ahead if you wish, Fukubu. We shall join you outside Mogholm. Yeah, I'll just teleport. Yeah, this would be the first time Henrik's ever been this far out west. The Lord Commander seems lost for words, nor can I blame him. I recall being similarly awestruck when I first beheld this vista. Again, the weather does not seem inclined to give me good screenshot examples. Like this cloudy weather. I had heard tales of the world above the clouds, but never did I dream. One's mind paints a pale picture of its majesty. Few live to see such wonders. I am reminded of my first visit to this peak, where Estinian and Izel yet walked at our side. Fukubu? Is that you, Fukubu? If it isn't Don't tell me you've forgotten my name, Kupo, after all we've been through together. At least you remember me. You do remember me, don't you, Fukubu? How could I forget you, Moglin? Of course, Moglin. Apologies, friend, but all noodles look the same to me. Moglin. Let's try that. I forget which one it was. Phew! You seemed a bit hesitant for a moment there, but I'm sure you were just fondly recalling the time we camped near Zenith, right, Kupo? Putting our shared history to one side, what brings you and your friends to our, to Mogholm, Kupo? Yeah, if none of them were right, that'd be funny. Another audience with old Christfiller. Hello. Well, I hope you've brought the horn, Kupo. With winds as gentle as they are, a good loud toot should, kick the great worm's ears easily enough. It is good to hear, Mogon. Thank you. We best press to Zenith while the winds are in our favor. I don't know, it looks like the weather's continuously really crappy here. It usually is nice up here, but it's just like every time the weather's just been crappy. Now that was unexpected, Kupo. Chief Moglin will want to hear about this. I don't know if there's a follow-up to that, or if it's like some more side quests stuff, but I don't think we ever like revisit the fact that he informed Loglin about our journey. I like the music in this area too, though. It just sounds so eldritch and stuff. And that bass, whenever it hits. We must win Hresvelgar to our cause. Fail in this, and Ishgard's fate is all but sealed. Pray, sound the horn, Papupu. You got it, boss. Dragon top time. You dare summon me again, mortals.
Great Hresvelgar, 'tis not lightly that we beg this audience. Pray hearken to our words, for they concern the future of man and dragon both.
Greetings, Hresvelgar. I am Emmerich de Burrell, acting ruler of the nation of Ishgard.
Oh, this is
I am come
so cool.
before you to parley on behalf of my people.
To parley? Thinkest thou thy purpose unclear to me? Thou art come beg mine aid in the battle against the shit of my brood brother.
You foresaw mine intent.
How about read what is writ plain in thine eyes? Would thou had wit enough to scribe the answer in mine? My beloved Shiva did once build a bridge twixt man and dragon, a bridge which thy treacherous forefathers sought fit to tear down, as thou wilt know. Well knowest.
Lis ech nitieg kasmon ikini, lis noan jas an es in, salen mon anesh, undai in.
Thinkest thou Nidhogg was alone in despairing at the murder of our brood sister? Thinkest thou mine own soul did not care, or did not cry out for vengeance? Know then that then upon that accursed day, my heart did wither in my breast, and thy kind became unto me the harbingers of despair. Tis only Shiva's gentle dream that preventeth me from flying at Nidhogg's shoulder. Be grateful that I swore to abjure aggression ere I consume her.
Set all
I permit my children to offer or deny the aid as they see fit. To warn thy people of my brood brother's coming. That thou wouldst dare ask more of me, but affirmeth thine incurable arrogance. Must you be so ungentle?
We understand that in your despair at man's betrayal, you seek only the refuge of solitude. But despite your protestations of spent faith, do you not still nurture the smallest flame of hope?
Perceivest thou such light in the dusk of mine existence?
I do. If you claim I see falsely, then tell me, why did you consent to bear a Zell upon your back?
Izel, pietous, deluded Izel. The child did lament her past sins, and sought to balance the scales with her remaining days. 'Twas her unquenchable passion, so alike that of my beloved, which did spur me into flight. And for mine own part, I would countenance no longer the hands of evil men to use my brood brother's eye for ill. That's still happening,
So
man.
you do distinguish between those who acknowledge and repent their sins and those who perpetuate them. Interesting.
Don't be so, don't be so...
It seems to me that you have not, in fact, lost faith in mankind as a whole. Rather, you weigh our respective merits by how we allow the past to influence our future.
Don't suss them so directly, jeez. Spare me thine idle sophistry. Even were there a mote of truth in thy reasoning, what of it? Wouldst thou have me slay my own sibling to save a city of mortals? He's already dead. It's just a ghost. Wrought of
Should we
hatred.
suffer ties of blood to bind our hands, then? Nay, if the crime is one of unconscionable evil, we must needs condemn it, even should the transgressor be our closest kin. When my father corrupted himself and his followers with the power of a primal, I beseeched the warrior of light to slay him, an act alike to patricide. That he did not die by my hand matters little. If anything, it heaps greater disgrace upon my name. But had my father not fallen, he would have drawn countless thousands into a holy war of hellish proportions, which I hold the greater crime. Thus did I order his execution, sparing the lives of my people and yours. Alas, your brother Worm now prepares to murder those whom I sought to spare. What is more, he has taken my comrade's body for his own. But if I must slay my dearest friend to defeat my direst foe, I will not flinch from my duty.
Thou wouldst strike down thy friend, and by example of thy righteousness, persuade me to break mine oath, and kill my kindred. Not the dragon gonna say some words.
Sloskna, dyrkin illes, kolhes na inish, draor in.
Heed me, my child. The servants of Hydaelyn envision a different outcome. They intend salvation not only for Ishgard, but for the doomed dragon slayer as well. You didn't tell Emmerich, huh?
Daniteg, Garjas, Nos
Yeah, this is exactly what it is. It's not actually Nidhogg you're slaying. Just his hatred made manifest. Believest thou this should be Nidhogg returned? Is it not merely a manifestation of his vengeance? The shadow cast by thy brood brother's rage? I would not command thee, but ponder well thy course, lest thee lead unto greater remorse. While the shade of vengeance remains, the future will remain uncertain. Help us. Yeah, this first one. This one's more interpersonal, not just for my own sake. Yeah, your fault. Totally your fault. Nidhogg's transformation into Rage Incarnate is, in part, my own doing. I rendered unto him mine eye, and empowered his vengeance thereby. But 'tis the purity of my brood brother's wrath that lendeth him his all-surpassing might. Hast thou the strength of will to stand against so terrible a shadow, I wonder? 'Twould seem I must put thee and thy companions to the proof. I shall await thee in the ruins where Ratatoskr once dwelled. Heed well the words of my children, and hasten thee to the place of thy trial. Morgan, what you doing? Another day, another trial. Such ordeals must seem almost mundane to you by now. What would I say? Would that I could say the same? I believe I spied a wyvern landing just outside the palace. It is doubtless one of the children of whom Hraesvelgar spoke. Come, my friends, let us not keep our escort waiting. Imperious wyvern? Wee! Ow! Wee! Ow! Wee! Ow! For the sake of Ishgard, I shall overcome whatever trial is placed before me, and I have no doubt that you will do the same, Cthulhu. My broodmates and I will bear you to the place of your trial. Make your preparations. Alright, so dungeon time. Sorkai, huh? Where's Sorkai? Sorkai. Ah, here we go. Majestic and forgotten, its existence unrecorded in the annals of man, the palace rests atop the clouds in the farthest reaches of the churning mists. The skyborn splendor was once home to Ratatoskr, brood sister of Hraesvelgar and Nidhogg, until the treachery of mortals ensued, that its stones would never again ring under the she-worm's talons. The dragon's name is Sorkai, a grieving apology for the failure to avert her fate. And they watched with infinite sadness that Ratatoskr's empty roost was overrun by bird and beast. This is the place Hraesvelgar has chosen for your trial. Prove yourself in the fated shadow of one sibling and convince the Great One to aid you against the wrathful shade of the other. Okay, cool. And we're gonna do it unsynced. Hopefully I'm still okay to do that. I should be able to power through this, no problem. This music's cool. Ooh, it's nighttime though. Usually it's daytime when I'm going through here. Sorkai. Oh, cool. Alright, have a good one there, Zil. Thank you so much for hosting and all that. I can drag the rest of these here. I'll just do that. I'll explode everyone. Come on. It's still asleep? Really? It's still asleep. That's weird. Something lifting me in the air. What the heck? What's that all about? Oh. That's weird. Why is it doing that? I don't understand. Haste. Oh, it gives me haste. That's kind of cool. Oh well. Oh, and I let my thing fall off. Damn. Oh, I see. Chieftain Moglin shows up here. I forgot he was a boss. He didn't like the fact that I was here, apparently. Huh? Why is he here? Ah, damn. Chloe. Well, whatever it was planning on doing, I guess it didn't work. Yeah, thank you, Zoe. I appreciate it. Oh, yeah, they're gonna hatch. Oh, they hatch to the tiny ones. That's cool. Come on, birds. They do still kind of hurt, though. I guess I gotta kill him. Alright, alright. Oh, mama one. Huh? Sorry about your babies. Like dodging half their attacks. I think that'll be something to lock onto. Yeah, here we go. Not strong enough. Oh, this boy. Yay, pony time. I think my spell speed needs to be increased just a little bit. Little though. We're not gonna deal with that there, pony. I let it drop off. Alright. Darn. Oh, I can't go any further. Darn it. Thou hast withered my trials thus far, but I am not. I can't read that fast, darn game. Oh. Oh, I see. Thanks, but thank you for the path. Yahweh will spare thee no clemency, thus neither must I. Alright, time to boot the snoot of the feathery dragon. Can I reach him out here? No, I can't. Dang it. Oh, you're gonna run away. Okay. Damage. No holy spirit. Where you at? Oh, there you are. vulnerable, really? This way. Alright. No more dragon. There. Go down. They're starting to make ouchies whenever they attack me, but I can still solo. I think I could probably solo up to mid-story level. Maybe. So they sent my other friends on trials of their own. Not against Race Progar, though, thankfully. Even bereft of an eye, my brood brother was a fearsome foe indeed. But having tasted thy strength firsthand, I do begin to see how thou didst bring him low. Hydaelyn choseth her servant well.
Cease and sleaze like K1.
Very well. I shall trust in the seed of man one last time. By thy deeds shall the flickering hope that lingereth yet within my heart be kindled anew, or extinguished forever.
Your trial is ended as well, then?
Mine was brutal beyond reckoning. Vedfalnir seems ill-acquainted with the notion of mock battles.
Nice. That you yet stand is ready proof of your determination, mortals. Let us fight as allies. Let us fight as allies then, and together banish my brood brother's vengeful shade. On my oath, the wrath that once was Nidhogg shall meet its end. This I swear on the memory of my beloved Shiva, and on the soul of lost Azale. Kill. Let's see here. Verdfalnir cannot be faulted for effort. Is every Ilm the warrior, the proud warrior, or should I say every Yom? Every yard. Oh, my poor ribs. Graceful Garza fit to pair me with Vidofnir, but his ferocity was such that I began to wonder if I hadn't simply imagined her injury. Yet my trial pales in significance next to yours. How fared you in your duel with Hreisfeldar? Went alright. I take from this that your battle was rather more involved than my own. Verdfalnir seemed largely concerned about how long he could keep me rolling in the dust before But between dodging snapping fangs and slashing claws, I scarce had time to aim a blow. Had he truly meant to harm me, of course, I would not be standing here now. Plainly, his intent was to teach. His onslaught forced me to recall my training about the speed of the dragon, his balance, his blind spots. It was, in short, a very thorough lesson. Yeah, about that, Moglin. What are you doing here, Mog? Oh, Kupo. Well, let me begin by congratulating you on the completion of your trial. For one with a name more befitting a jester, you fight with the savagery of a rabbit demon. Do you see how my wings are kinked? Even my palm aches. After this drubbing, I fear my loyal subjects will have to bear the load of my personal chores for quite some time, Kupo. Possibly indefinitely. Yeah, good job there, Malden. What? When I told you about Kapopo's trial, I didn't mean for the rest of us to suffer. You wanna repeat that? That's triple shifts for you, Maghan. It's triple? That's not fair. There's no justice, Kupo. Not at all.
Our negotiations proved rather more strenuous than I had anticipated, but the results seem well worth the effort.
The battle was indeed hard won. Thank you, my friends. I would never have earned Hraesvelga's cooperation had you not seen fit to grant me yours. 'Twas your stalwart heroism that moved the heart of the Great Worm at the last. Any gratitude I can offer is but poor reward for your continued service to Ishgard.
Hey, your prosperity means my prosperity.
'Twould seem our final reckoning with the dread worm is at hand. I only wish we had some inkling as to when he means to strike.
Now? Now would probably be about the time. Also, again, fuck you, weather. The weather is just mocking me at this point.
The cry heraldeth his coming. Nidhog's shade hath taken wing.
It has begun. We must away to Ishgard.
No time to rest. I guess we go after Nidhogg and then we go, with the whole Warrior of Light thing. Or Warriors of Darkness deal. I pray we are not too late. Ah, here we go. An end to the song. Emmerich is desperate to fly at Ishgard's defense. Ishgard will not last long against Nidhogg and his horde. We must away. You know then what this roar portendeth?
Aye. I must return to my city without delay.
Then we shall lend you our wings. Let us meet Nidhogg on the field of battle, and together bring an end to his wrathful song. a little tiny speck on the dragon. So small. Oh, just chucked right off the bridge.
Remember your training! We hold fast until the Lord Commander returns. Ugh. We must hold.
There's a lot of dragon fire. I'm just surprised she's able to take down those big things. Ooh, nice work there, Arturo. Not even fighting them, just throwing them off the bridge. Things are looking kind of grim.
Reinforcements! By the Fury, that one is the size of Nidhogg.
Don't shoot! Friendly's on board!
Lord Commander!
Full of surprises.
You are late, Warrior of Light.
Thanks. My pleasure. It's a slow waddle. If I was a taller person, I'd do that stupid slow walk that they do in, like, epic scenes. Nidhogg, you're a little different from Primal, and it's time for you to go down.
Watan and by Eve.
Wherefore standest thou with these vermin, brother?
Still walking.
Abandon this war, Shade.
Nal Inga.
The suffering thou sowest serveth no end. The traitor's progeny have learned of their forefathers' betrayal, and seek now to make amends with our kind. Never shall our grief be assuaged, nor our loss forgotten. A reconciliation may yet help the spread of this plague of enmity. Forsake thy vengeance and be at peace.
Orsk mig in, eskia in van ihe, dolun hikin hern esh.
What soft-headed ramblings are these? Thy dalliance with that vile maid hath robbed thee of thy wits. Mayhap thy her cloying perfume hath made thee forget the stench of our brood brother or brood sister's lifeblood. Wow. Wow. Thou darest speak thus of my beloved?
His ingar liskol nusgaraki sus war.
Ah, so the flames of rage may yet be kindled. I feared thy heart's fire had long since gone out. But waste not thy fury on words, brother. Thou shalt have need of it for the battle. You made Feather Dragon mad. Now it's on. Yay, epic dragon battle. Picking up with his mind an entire spire. That's gonna take a while to clean up. I'm surprised that bridge is still standing. Space magic. Totally didn't take the right picture. Oh well. Uh-oh, he's gone Super Saiyan. Oof, and off goes a wing. Or, well, part of a wing, I guess. That's a big chunk of them all gone.
Esk idramik in, faun war mo ite tothar this an in.
Thou art weak, Grace Rogar, a slithering worm who fawneth over the vermin who thou shouldst rightfully be his prey. For 1,000 years I have fought without cease, and thou didst think to prevail against me?
Snalisre in Nedwar Elstra.
Glory not in thy victory, Shade. The battle is not yet won. My power and my hope I have entrusted to another. Missing an eye. Thine eye, what hast thou done?
Ja, Wa'il and Stra and In.
Fool, thou wouldst trust a mortal with thy strength? I know thee. 'Twas thou who didst intrude upon my lair in best behalf of me. But now I am whole, and naught in creation can deny me my vengeance. And we'll see about it. We'll see about that.
One soul's cry, a passion welling within.
But yeah. It was kind of cool. I think the queue time, I was on DPS back then. It was, I had no problem standing in this area waiting for my DPS queue to pop. Seeing this about to happen. The final steps of faith. Imbued with Race Relgar's last sliver of hope, you stand at the forefront of your allies as the last bastion against the raging shade of Nidhogg. Have you the resolve to conquer the Great Worm at the height of his power, or will Ishgard perish in fire and ruin? Here on the battle-stretched stricken steps of faith, your deeds shall decide how the final verse of the 1,000-year dirge of grief and vengeance will be sung. I'm gonna do it all by myself. Take him in. We better avoid some hits, I suppose. I should have despaired him. Oh well. Ooh, I might not be able to survive this. I don't know. He's pretty strong. Okay, hopefully I can kill these guys in time. Ow, no. I'll probably have to queue for something or be a healer. One of the two. Yeah, these guys hurt. These guys hurt really bad. And I got damage up. Great. Okay. Alright. I won't be able to do this solo as a black mage, so let me try it as a white mage. Maybe this will work better. It'll be slower, but it'll have, you know, survivability, so that'll be something. Oh, I didn't skip the cutscene. No, let's do it. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a bit of a slog. Oh, he's gonna do that maybe, huh? Children, claim vengeance as rightfully yours. Ow, that really hurt. Oh no. Don't die. Don't die now. No, don't die. Don't actually die. Jesus. What are my heals? Damn, this guy's taking over. You know. Oh, this probably not. Yeah. Well, I probably messed up, didn't I? Did I? Probably because I didn't kill him in time. Oh, hey, look at that. Oh, never mind, I survived it. Come on, heal. Heal. You know. Oh. I didn't know it keeps going through the different phases, even though yeah, I might still die, though. He's still arcing halfway health, dude. Oh, yeah, I'm dead. Nice. Ah, darn. Well, okay. Well, I guess that's kind of like my softish hard limit. Can't do it as a white mage, can't do it as a white mage. I guess I'll queue for it normally. Yeah, I think he gets like buffs every time he gets to those different stages. Ah, nice and fast. Everyone else is probably queuing for a trial, and little bit they know I've already done this, but I'm doing it for the story. Come on, DPS. There's always that one person. Everyone's excited. So after, when he gets to phase 3, actually his body's going to die. But, I totally fucked up there. Gonna regen on him. More of this. I'm good. Ah, I died. I was not in the right spot.
Estinian!
No, not a Sidian.
Is this to be mine end? Nay, I will not allow it. I am of the first brood. I am vengeance incarnate. I am Nidhogg. Thou shalt die by my hand.
This is not your hand, worm!
There he is.
Thou wilt obey.
I would ask one last favor of you, Warrior of Light. Finish me, now, while I have the beast subdued! You waste your time. Kill me! It is the only way! Ending Nidhogg will be my final duty! No! You can't die like this! I won't let you!
Undone my mortal will with her now.
Soul's cry, a passion welling within. Sacrifice, a plea to her king.
The eyes! Cast them into the abyss!
Oh, wait, slow down here. That's not a good idea. Okay, I guess we're gonna dump the eyeballs. You can dodge Dragonite, you can dodge Dodgeball.
He lives. Ah, Estinian, my ill-fated friend. Lucia, summon the healers. I want them ready to receive him.
At
It's
once,
gonna be
Lord
really
Commander.
cool. It's gonna be a really cool. Hey, Spidey! You literally just showed up, but, like, just missed it.
Allow me to do this much, at least.
Besides, how else are they gonna carry him? I don't think Alphino can do it. That makes pretty strong, though, to be able to hold a full-grown man like that in armor. The Horde have sensed the fall of their master and scattered to the winds.
You have my gratitude, Hraesvelga. Your deeds this day have saved a great many lives.
And our alliance hath served its purpose. Thou didst wield the power I granted thee well. 'Twas thine own skill and not mine eye which earned thee victory. Yeah, we killed that, Hush Fountain and Azel's spirit. Yeah, the ghosts of Hush Fountain and Azel showed up and helped us pull the Niral's eyes from Estinian's armor. Bye, horse. I wish thy companion a swift recovery. Very well, children of man.
The battle is won. We can do no more for Estinian now than bear him home and wish him well, even as Hraesvelga did. The rest we must trust to the hands of the healers and the grace of the gods.
Music timing, perfect. Wait a second. Unexpected error? What? I gotta... Oh, Discord. Discord's glitching out. Discord killed my game, no! Oh, voice mod disconnected too. Uh-oh. Computer's having a fit. Great, my game... You killed my game! Thank you very much. Also, yes, I'm probably using my normal voice now, so I guess I don't have to do peak, like, inflection. Okay. Or I don't have a voice at all.